I think we're on.
We're on?
How are you, guys and girls? We're testing it out. Can you see us? Can we on? We on? We're testing.
Testing. It's not come up.
Where's that going on?
Oh, yeah.
We on here?
We're on.
We're testing.
So we're doing it. It's alright.
But it's blank through my phone.
Here we go. Here we go. Bet we're coming. Oh no. One more time. Deleting it then. Third time lucky Katie Turner. What is happening? I
Alright.
think we're on now. Third time lucky. We could be still struggling here, but we're still working on it.
Still working. You guys get behind the scenes.
Exactly right. So, yeah, we're good.
Very good.
We'll turn that off then. We're good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
How are you, Katie Turner?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. What's happening?
Welcome back from your weekend of hamstring tears, was it? Adductor tears?
Adductor, hamstring, ankle, all the same side, but we made it to the quarterfinals.
Well, it's all worth it against Samoa, right?
No, we beat Samoa. That's when I did the
Samoa.
game. That's when I did the actual adductor Magnus tear. Getting to know my muscle groups again. I've lost them all, but
Back to the anatomy and physiology.
back to the anatomy and physiology. So I was super excited to get the opportunity to be part of that team, and we lost against New Zealand. The only two teams we lost against was New Zealand and Lebanon, and those two were in the grand final. So New Zealand ended up winning it, and they were our biggest test. We didn't go that well against them in the first half, but we beat them we won the second half, which is a good sign. But you know what? They always have the Italians as the underdogs.
And you managed the quarterfinals. So do you think there's an anatomical advantage with the Kiwis? Do you think it's that, or do you think that they just have better coaches? What is it? Because, I mean, even with the All Blacks, is it size? Is it strength? Is it coaches? Is it in their blood? What do you think it is?
It's like what is it? It's like Brazil with soccer. Why are they all good soccer players? Because that's all they do. That's all they know. Like, they know soccer, don't they? They know how to play. They play it all day. That's like their way out, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like their good jobs and stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't get them, but that's where a lot of people from, you know, lower socioeconomic areas see a way out, not through education, because it's expensive to have education.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more from playing sport. So I went to public school, and I went to Catholic school first, but I went to public school afterwards. And that's
all.
all.
You've got to make money for being a Catholic?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. You have to give it all back to the church, I think.
Yeah, exactly right. That's why I got out.
Nothing in your back pocket.
Nothing in my back pocket? No.
In any way, with a Catholic.
Exactly, yeah, we're getting off that one. We're gonna be,
religion.
Yeah, religion.
So you're in Coffs Harbour.
Yep.
Nice.
I was in Coffs Harbour, so it was actually against Samoa where I tore it. And I didn't warm up properly, and I'm 31 now, and I'm playing with a bunch of 21-year-olds.
And you're a trainer.
They call me the dad on tour.
How did a 31-year-old get amongst a 21-year-old team?
I've always been told I can talk my way through anything, and I think that's just proof of it.
I'll play. I'll keep up.
I'll
Were you
keep
the
up.
only one that got injured?
Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Please stretch.
Please stretch. Exactly
Stay in
right.
your own age bracket.
Exactly right. I think it was worth it though. Like, this team that are coming through the ranks now, they're only young, but they're such a good team in terms of, like, it's a bit cheesy to say, but we all played for each other, and like, as soon as we got, like, even at training, I didn't know the guys, but I'm like, I just want to be around these. It's just that feeling, you know. You've played many years of netball.
That's
like, when you
right.
get around a team, you're just like, oh, we've got to grab this. It's just a bunch of, like, honest, humble, you know, generous people. They're just all coming together, having a good time, and just want to be around each other. So it even showed on the last night. We all went out together,
Oh, yeah.
and majority of us came back together. Like we didn't go, like we didn't all peel off. Like I've been part of after game drinks where you all peel off into like little separate groups. There was about 10 of us out of the 16 people that all came back in a maxi taxi together. So you could just tell like that we all just wanted to be around each other.
Did you keep up with them drinking?
Yes, I kept up with them the best I possibly could. The best I possibly could. How are you going anyway? Then?
Yeah, good. I've had a pretty busy week. Obviously, setting up the pod hub, being a mum, doing content. Yeah, I've been keeping up with the news and some really sad news that we were talking about before about Angry Anderson's son.
Yeah.
He used to actually go to my primary school. So
oh, you didn't tell me that before we were
so
on.
he's come and done a few speeches when I was at primary school.
Who, Angry Anderson or the son?
Angry Anderson.
Okay.
So
How old was
when I
this?
was growing up? His son was 26.
Really?
So yeah, tragic news on both sides, and really as a mum makes me worry about the next step for my daughter and access to drugs and on the back of that, a friend of mine, Palani, who I met when I was doing my Celebrants course, is actually touring the world for a company called Unharm, which is about the decriminalisation of drugs around the world.
I love that.
Yeah. And
I think it needs to be done. Hey, I'll get you to do me a favour. Can you turn them, because we've got the camera there. We're just testing it out. There you go. There we can see your lovely face that way.
Oh.
You're hidden behind the microphone.
Yeah, so he's actually travelling the world at the moment. He's very big politically on the bandwagon. He's just been giving workshops in Malaysia and in Asian countries, Philippines even, where they're trying to decriminalise drugs and even rid of the death penalty for those that use, not necessarily those that deal, and decriminalise and the association with it, and also bringing pill testing into Australia.
Pill testing?
Pill testing. So
what's pill testing?
Pill testing is, they do it in Amsterdam and in Sweden and a lot of the northern European countries where they set up a tent outside any of your festivals, and it's a free service where you actually go in and have any drugs that you have on you tested.
Shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it has reduced any deaths associated with it. Obviously, it's up to the participant whether they still want to continue to take them, but it's also, they do like a height and weight analysis as to, like, let's say they had an MDMA pill, and then they do a testing on it, and only 10% of it is MDA, the rest is God knows what else they put in the drugs. Or it might be 90% MDMA and somebody might weigh 50 kilos and then saying, actually, this could kill you.
Really?
So it's actually about prevention. It's about, we know that prohibition doesn't work. We know that by, having sniffer dogs, people are going to put them up their bums or the front end. Or the front end. Yeah. For a boy, I'm not. Yeah.
Hey, I've been fooled before.
Is that in Thailand? So it's a huge movement. I'm backing it 100%. I've just joined Unharm, so it's a great volunteer. It's also part of the LGBTI community.
What's LGBTI?
Lesbian, bi, gays, transgender. So they're a big movement on there as well with Unharm.
Is this a generalisation to say that the gay and lesbian community seem to be higher in drugs? Is it higher in drugs? Like, why is the LGBT, whatever the thing's called?
I think the Unharm actual association is not just for drugs. It is about equality and unharming people who may be different or do different things. So it's not just the decriminalisation of drugs. And we know now we're seeing, the decriminalisation of marijuana and, what it actually can do for our health. As you know, invested in a nice little field in Canada.
No, it's in Australia.
Oh, it's in Australia.
Perth.
It's
growing in Perth. That's why it went up in stocks, but then it's plateaued a little bit. But
waiting for it to
decriminalised. Well, it is. It's been decriminalised now. You know who's involved in this Unharm? I don't know if is it a charity? You're saying?
It's a volunteer group.
Okay.
Who are pushing for the decriminalisation.
Volunteer group, because Richard Branson's all over that as well. He was just in the news recently to say in the Australian government to telling the politicians to decriminalise drugs. because the only option. Like that's what it's been like with as you said, prohibition with alcohol. They banned it, and I was watching the Mafia show, Making of the Mob, and that's where they made all their money from the prohibition. That's how it started.
100%, and this is where, and I just read on the back of that, read a book called Operation Playboy, written by the lady Catherine Bonello, who wrote about Chappelle Corby's story.
Okay.
And Operation Playboy is about a real-life drug syndicate that ran between Brazil, Amsterdam and Bali, and one of the guys was killed with a Bali 9 for running drugs in there.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you the Playboy life.
Yeah, okay.
And what illegalization of drugs entails in terms of money and whatnot. So,
yeah. So how far off do you reckon we are from decriminalising drugs? And what would they do? Like what drugs would they decriminalise?
Yeah, good question. I think it has to start with marijuana. I definitely think that, the ice and the things like that, I think they're pushing more for rehabilitation and decriminalisation. We're not supporting it. We're not saying, take it, but trying to find avenues that will wear off of the harder drugs. But yeah, definitely marijuana and its health benefits we're seeing more and more as an alternative medicine.
Yeah, well, I've told you what happened in Portland, Oregon when I was there, didn't I?
No.
When I went to America?
No.
Oh no. Lucky we've changed the show.
Participate in a little bit of...
It was legalised. What can I say? You're going to go for it. You're going to do it. I actually went with Emily's aunties, because it's Portland, Oregon, and there's weed shops, there's cannabis shops everywhere, and they took me into one just to see what it's like. And I've never been in one before. I think I went in one in Amsterdam, but I don't remember what it was like. And I can say this on Facebook because what I was doing was technically legal.
That's right.
So you can't really get me, can you? I'm not a sports star, so as you can tell with my torn adductor.
Well, he's a retired one. Should we put it that way? He came out of retirement and he's probably gone back into it.
Yeah, well, I can't stay here for long. I've had a few days off. I have to have a few days off work for this. So even sitting here, it's just painful enough. So anyway, I digress. I went to a cannabis shop and I didn't realise how many things you could get from there. Like you can get cannabis ginger beer, you can get edibles.
Really?
Yeah, you can. I thought it was just going to be like a few joints made up. Yeah, but then you have like 15 different kinds of joints that could be made up.
Yeah.
You can have edibles. What else was there? Like the ginger beer. So we just thought we'd give an edible a go, because and there's two different types. There's the CBD oil and there's the TSE. I think it is. I think the TSE or whatever it's called, don't quote me on what the actual name, is the one that actually gets you high, where the CBD is an anti-inflammatory. Right. So you can go in there and then just have things just for medical purposes and not get the high. You know what I mean? So what I find fascinating about that is people, if I tell people I went into a cannabis store but I didn't get the high drug, people would be a lot more accepting of that. But it's the fact that as soon as you say you want to get the high off it, it's a drug.
Yeah, that's
but it's a drug anyway. Like, how stupid is that? Like, how our mindset works, don't you think? Like,
yeah, I think if it has any hallucinogenics, then it's associated with drug taking. Yeah, I mean, I was in Amsterdam last year, and I think the whole idea about once it is decriminalised, it's only a novelty to the tourists.
Yeah.
The actual people that live there are like, yeah, we can just go and have a joint whenever we want. It's not such a big thing, but then you see the tourists come into town walking up and down the street high off whatever they can get their hands on, or even the mushrooms which are there. So yeah, but
never done that before, Katie.
Mushrooms? No, I couldn't.
I've done it once.
Oh God, you end up. Where were you? In Amsterdam?
I was in Amsterdam. You've got to do it once when you're in Amsterdam. But I was 22. I was a traveller. Right. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to, you can't. You're going to do. You're going to have to give it a go, don't you?
Yeah.
Just once, and I found it really an eye opener.
For 2 days.
eye-opener. Well, you just see, like, I didn't really like it. I'm not that type of person that I don't like the hallucinations of things, but I've read something the other day, actually. I think it was Jordan Peterson, who's a clinical psychologist. I think it was on YouTube. And he talks about psilocybin mushrooms. And he said the people who have psilocybin mushrooms, even if they don't like it, they feel as though that later, maybe 6 months down the track, they've found the studies to show that they're a lot more open human beings. And I'm like, that's interesting. It's come from one of the biggest clinical psychologists in the world right now, Jordan Peterson. He's really popular. He's from Canada, I think it is. And he's saying that people become a lot more open, like they're a lot more open-spirited. That's probably why the hippies used to do it. What don't you reckon?
Free love.
Free love, exactly.
All of a sudden we have an AIDS problem. It has to be done in a controlled environment. I suppose that's what it comes down to. But yeah, I'm not really on the bandwagon at the moment of decriminalisation and what it can do.
Look, it's our first time doing this, so I've actually put the camera on economy mode, so it just saves the battery.
So is it off?
It keeps going off and then on and then off and then on. So you keep talking.
They can see you.
What's that?
Can they see you?
Now they can see you now. Yeah, I just have to go, hello.
So yeah, that's my bit of news at the moment. Other than that, yeah, just setting up the Potter Hub, kids' birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right back into my training at the moment. So yeah, on that bandwagon. You go through peaks and troughs, and I think the last 2 weeks have just been back into game full on. So
that's
loving
good.
it. Feel great.
What type of training are you doing?
Just some HIIT stuff. This morning I did the shockwave class at Fitness First. Monday I got back into running, so laps, stair runs, supersetted. But you just, I suppose it's life, right? You go through these peaks and troughs, and then 1 week or 1 month you feel really good. You might get worn out, you might get tired, you might get sick, then you come back in. But yeah, I feel strong.
Feel strong?
Strong.
That's awesome news. It's good to have you strong.
Yeah.
I think we're off air.
Off air.
Because our cameras are gone low battery, but I think we might be on air with potentially through here, but we could be off air with the cameras, but it's still good. It's our first one.
Yeah.
We've gone for 15 minutes. 15 minutes or so I think we've been on, so it's been good.
That's it. Yeah.
It's easy.
Easy.
The setup was not easy, was it?
No.
What?
Well, it was for me. It wasn't for you.
Your job starts now.
Yeah. Getting people here.
Promotion, tenacity of Katie Turner. I've never seen anything like it.
DM, watch out.
All the way. DM all the way.
Bosnich, I'm still after you.
You know what we should start doing? Getting on Snapchat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've got so many handles to bloody do.
Yeah, too many, isn't it? Well, I was up north and in Coffs Harbour, and they were all on Snapchat, the 21-year-olds. I'm like, do you still do Snapchat? I thought Snapchat was done. They're like, nah, I don't even go on Instagram, they reckon. And everyone was Snapchatting each other. And I'm sitting there thinking, shit, like I'm on Instagram stories and Instagram and Facebook thinking everyone's on there. The 19 to 21 to 20, even 23-year-olds are all on Snapchat.
I have to tell you, I'm at the point of giving up on social media.
Yeah.
Like it is a full-time job. And
I'm posting 3 times a day and
you're doing well. Andrew's doing well. I'm just off of it at the moment, and I'm sorry to all my followers. I just needed a break. I needed to get back in my training, and that was what was happening. I'd go, I've got an hour now. I'll just do my social media. This week, no, that hour's training. So I think it can be destructive to other parts of your life.
Yeah.
Too much.
I'm only doing these on my social media page, just at Liam_Zolo one, is just doing my 5 and 50 seconds still. The other ones I'm not doing. And I don't really like it at the moment. I like the guy who's doing it for me, but he's putting quotes out there. I'm not really enjoying the quotes.
I have to say, maybe a little bit too many quotes.
I'm not a quote man. You know me, I'm not a quote man. Who's the if you see me do these like inspirational quotes, come on now. So I've had a conversation with him.
Persistence wears down resistance.
That's probably my only one that I do.
Yeah.
But the other ones, he's gone a bit too far with the quote stuff. So the ones I can take responsibility for is the 5 and 50-second videos because I enjoy doing them.
Yeah, good.
Like today's one's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to look at this one.
Is it on Facebook? No.
It's a good one, Katie Turner. It's a good one. I'll see if I can dig it up. We can put it on the. We have the power to do this, you know. See if I can log into Facebook.
Oh, see, that comes up with logo on there.
That's all right. We'll have to figure this one out. You can find out a way to take all that stuff up there, but we're still on. You can see on the what's it called page. We're still on now. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go to my Liam Zolo page, right? And I'm going to play you. I don't know if you'll be able to. Oh, you will be able to hear it. Play my 5 and 50-second video for today, and I will do it while we're on air. What do you reckon?
Okay.
We might as well test it out, won't we? Inbuilt camera, here we go. Ready?
5 dumbest fitness infomercials, summed up in 50 seconds.
Walk, jog, run. Wait a sec. Now you can walk, jog, run in the same place with PowerFit.
Have you seen this?
So we're meant to give up walking and vibroplate everywhere.
Technology. The legs and weights at each end rotate with enough
What the
force
hell
to
does
make
that
the
look like
muscles
to you?
contract as many as 300 times per
It's a
minute.
little bit like.
Does that look like a penis fly?
Don't get afraid now. I'm going to put my foot underneath your heel. Okay?
What do you reckon this guy's a creep or?
This is why I have such a
It
great
looks
job.
like what's the guy who used to wear the short shorts.
Did he just hit on her?
Don't have the time to work out? Then you need the Shape and Tone system. The Shape and Tone system sported like ab toning belt works.
Ridiculous.
It must come with a no food diet.
Because
Proven
it
in
said
university
you're going
testing
to
to
lose
be
all this
better for your
weight.
body.
Anyway,
What science, bro?
I
So
like
that-
it. I like
you
it.
like it? That's what I'm doing. I'm just having fun with that stuff.
I
So
think it's
the
good because I mean, people put 2 and 2 together, come up with 5, right?
yeah,
So in a moment of weakness, and I've done it before, I've seen an Instagram ad of this girl washing her face, putting on a mask, taking the mask off. Her skin looks 20 years younger,
yeah,
and I'm like, I'm getting that.
yeah.
For about 5 seconds, I was like, right, I'm writing that down. And then I looked at the girl, I was like, she's 20. If her skin doesn't look good at 20,
Yeah, exactly right.
like, even if she washed her face with soap, her skin should look good at 20. And if it doesn't, and yeah, hopefully it'll look better later on. But
Yeah.
it does suck you in. It does that 2 and 2 get to 5 in a very short amount of time.
Well, I've got other ones coming up that are quite similar to that one, targeting the diets.
Oh, good.
So I'll give you the tip. I'm going to do one. I haven't done it yet.
Here you go. Tara and I are going to be doing 2 and 20. So.
2 and 20 for sure. I'm doing all the editing as well and stuff like that for it. I've got the 5 stupidest diet infomercials. So that's going to be calling out the diet ones. I've got the 5 worst diets in 2018.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's
This kind of content people want, right? But
But-
do they still try it? Do they still try it?
Yeah.
We can call it Andrew Davis, James Smith, Liam Zolo, Katie Turner can call it as much as we want how stupid, but will people follow it if they put a before and after photo?
100% they will. 100% they will. But at least we're doing our bit to give a dose of education and entertainment, you know, to help people build more of an inspired version of themselves. That's my target. That's what I want to try and do. But I just think that I don't know, the infomercials, I find those ones funny.
Yeah.
That's why I did that one. I'm like, that's hilarious.
How
Like,
did you find those information?
YouTube, downloaded the video, edited the funny bit. I'm like, God, no way, this is hilarious.
So how long did it take you to put that together?
That one video,
Yeah.
the plane ride to Coffs, so maybe about 40 minutes to I download, but that's not including downloading, maybe an hour to do a 50-second video.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's your workout time.
Exactly.
But then the viewership, like I don't give a shit about the views that much, but the viewership's still not any better. So I don't know what you do. Like social media, is it just too overrun now? And
Nowadays,
then
they say, isn't it?
you can't get, I don't know, can you get out like what you're putting in, that old chestnut? I guess I do use quotes too much, don't I, Katie?
Use a few quotes, yeah, Jack Diaz.
It's not Jack Diaz.
It's you.
It's my other man,
Oh,
Juan Carlos.
Juan. All
Juan.
the South American.
Yeah,
boys
Mexico.
in town.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Social media is another minefield, and like you say, how do you stand out? How do you hashtag it? I know every second person at the moment is calling themselves social media guru. Pay me. Do they do any better job than what I can by researching it? I don't know. Use the right hashtags. You use awesome content.
Yeah.
And you're still getting 50 views.
I saw James Smith's post. Like he just said he did something different. Oh, did you see that one he did the other day? He did one where he just had a moment where he started getting a lot of followers. I think he got where is it? Here it is. What happened here? It says. Can you see that one on my phone there?
Oh yeah.
It's like his Instagram and Facebook following went up. He said he started going through his story and blah blah. He just pretty much said I think he said he posted every day. But I'm like doing that 3 times a day at the moment.
Consistency. But he was like on the bandwagon before it was flooded, right?
But that's what I thought about Nick Cheadle, because Nick Cheadle came along 2 years before that. Yeah. So I'm thinking when Nick Cheadle was coming along, and I started in 2017, the same as James, I'm like, oh, well, Nick Cheadle's already got the following. It's going to be too hard. So I stopped. And then I see James Smith coming up through the ranks in 2017, exactly the same time where I was in Yamba. I had the time to post every day. I just stopped.
Consistency.
Is it consistency? And it's more like he was doing live videos every day. James Smith.
Somewhat disruptive, I suppose. Like James Smith, Nick Cheadle disrupted the macro side of things, and the diet side of things. James Smith has disrupted the whole it's not about any extreme diet or extreme exercise. It's calorie deficit. So how do you disrupt the market in a way that people go get it?
Yeah,
I think is the other thing.
Yeah,
creating that content and that message.
Yeah. Who knows? Just keep pushing forward.
Create a whole new social media channel and be the first person on it.
Exactly right. 100%.
Is that, Snapchat? What's the next thing?
What's the next
Snatch
one?
that.
Snatch that. There you go.
Got that.
What are you going to do with it? Do you know what you want to do with it yet?
No, I'm putting it on hold until Jan. I'm really in need of a holiday, and I've been reading a lot about entrepreneurial journeys and about the mental health state of entrepreneurs. And we've got the Pod Hub. I'm taking on a fitness business. I'm coming out of retirement next year.
Yeah.
And Snatch That just is at this point in time has to be put on hold. It's been a 2-year journey from Global Lip Service to the transition 12 months ago of starting Wellness App to now transitioning to Snatch That. And the business model is sitting there, but I just need a break. Yeah,
need a break from it. Maybe too close to it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I've got a cruise booked next year. I've got
when?
24th of Jan.
Wow.
Royal Caribbean. And we're going away between Christmas and over New Year's. So I've just booked a week on the beach, taking nothing but books.
Where are you going on New Year's?
Crescent Head.
Where's Crescent Head?
About an hour north of Port Macquarie.
Oh, okay.
Surfing, swimming.
Surfing.
Yeah.
I'm going to Byron.
Oh, New Year's.
I don't know if I'm going to be there for New Year's. Emily's working, so she's getting me a flight up to see my brother in Lennox Head. Which is like an hour outside.
Yeah.
So family time. We usually do Christmas up there. They never come down here, my brother and his missus, but he's got 3 kids.
Expensive.
3 kids under 5.
Yeah, just for the 3 of us to fly to Brisbane, return on a weekend is $800.
Wow.
So times that by 3 kids.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but I'm looking forward to going up there. It'd be good. Get out of Sydney. As soon as I get off the plane, though, I feel like the anxiety's gone. I don't know if you feel like that.
Yeah.
Or everyone feels the same way when they go up there. Like even going to Coffs, 40-minute flight up. As soon as I got up there, it's like I'm a different person again.
It's like the pressure's off.
Mm.
I find late, even when we went to Byron for my cousin's wedding,
Mm.
it's just like shorts, habbies, t-shirt. Don't care what people think. It's not about brands. It's not about, who's got the bigger car, the best house. It's like, hey, you're on the beach, chill.
Yeah,
Probably
chill
some
out.
doobies going on over there.
That's
but-
it. TSE or THC, or are they CBD?
A bit of both. I'm thinking the
the
closer you get to Nimbin,
more high you get.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
What was
lovely
that?
feedback.
what happened then? I don't know.
If you're all
So,
still listening,
Yeah, you're also listening. Sorry about that one, guys. I thought it was the fire alarm going off. We're still working on it. Our Pod Hub studio. This is more the video side, but our cameras are ran out of battery, so that's our first mistake.
We're still live on the Facebook
Yeah.
page. Oh, so they've just got audio. They haven't got
Yeah, they
video.
got audio, and they're just seeing the Pod Hub logo planted on there.
Oh yeah,
So
that's kind of cool. Well,
that's
next
kinda
week
cool.
we're back in One Night Radio studio
yeah,
on Thursday. We've got JT or Justin Tamsett coming down,
hmm
Guru of Fitness.
yeah.
And then we're off to after the show. We're actually going to Barry's boot camp.
Oh, that's
Invitation
right.
Only.
Yes,
So I'm going to drop past there for some bubbles and canapes.
sweet.
So, hey, good
Maybe
show.
canapes. I'm off the booze. Well, maybe I'll have to drink a couple of beers tomorrow night for my mate's dad passing. Big shout out to my father figure, Bobby Bray, who lost his battle to cancer. Unfortunately, super devastated about that one because he's one of the greatest men I knew.
Sounds like
He's
he's pretty young too.
74.
Oh, 74,
Yeah.
Still.
So it was like a father figure to me for many, many years. Yeah, he's good. He was such a good man, but he's, as my mate Shawnee said, he probably lived more in his 73 or 74 years of life than someone's lived in 100 years, or in 2 lifetimes. So he's travelled the world. He's done everything. He's got that. He had that many stories to share. So yeah, it's his what's it called tomorrow? His wake down Bronny Surf Club. Apparently, I spoke to Shawnee. He reckons there's 400 people going down.
Wow,
That's
a
how.
testament, isn't it?
That's a testament to his dad. Because he's a Bronny local, so we all grew up around the Bronny area. So it'd be all the older boys,
Bronny.
the younger Bronny mate.
That's Bronte for any of our listeners who are not.
I spent 4 days in coughs. I've got my bogan back out.
This guy's Bogan, Bronny.
You'd think I'd get
Katie.
more of my Italian heritage and start to speak it like it is. So
Yeah, exactly. No.
no.
Back to Bronny, mate.
Back to Bronny mate.
Bronny.
Bonai mate.
All the eastern suburbs.
Yeah. You got anything else then for our first
I think-
podcast in here?
I think thanks for listening if you are.
Yep.
Sorry the video's crashed. We'll be back next Thursday, normal time. I will actually probably be on about 5:30 next Thursday because we've only got one guest in the
guest.
studio. But the week after that, we've got a couple more. But we'll try and get a few podcasts out in the studio.
Yeah, for sure.
So any of our listeners who are interested in creating their own content,
Just give us an inbox.
yeah, we'll start promoting. But like our page, the Pod Hub as well.
Yep.
So
For sure.
we'll start promoting that.
Yeah, 100%. Been a pleasure, as per usual.
That's
Katie
it.
Turner.
Thanks for having me. My
No worries.
Awesome co-host.
Yeah. Were you talking to yourself then? Because I'm not the awesome one.
And look at our new name. It's now the Zolo and KT show.
I like it.
Like it.
We've
Better
finally
than,
done it.
Yeah.
Well, we're not fitness.
No.
I mean, we just talked about doobies.
Doobies and Bronny.
Yeah, exactly right.
So yeah. All right. Well,
No, well, it's been a pleasure as per usual, and we'll see you next time, guys and girls.
thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.